Hi Second Scholars, welcome to video number 31. We're going to continue focusing on character traits and character emotions, but again, mainly character traits. Actually, we're going to finish our week with character traits. We're not going to jump into emotions. Remember that this is a review from previous units. So we're just going to quickly review character traits, and we are going to be reading a passage at the end of this week in order to implement what we learn. So remember that character traits is who you are. So we do character traits is who you are, and character emotions is how you feel. So we're going to be focusing on character traits specifically. We're going to be learning a couple new character traits along with their synonyms. Synonyms means that they have similar meaning. And then you're going to be writing it down, and then we're going to talk about them, and then we're going to continue learning until we are done with some of our positive, neutral, and negative traits. So you go ahead and grab your packet, grab your pencil, and let's get started. Alright, scholars, so today we're going to focus on the positive traits. So remember that positive traits are traits that are good to have. We're going to focus on mannered, confident, hardworking, brave, understanding. Actually, we already did confident in the previous video, my bad. We're actually going to do mannered, hardworking, brave, understanding, loyal, and independent. So let's quickly review those. We are going to start talking about mannered. So when you think about mannered, when someone has a positive trait of mannered, that means that they usually say please or thank you. They have basically what the word says. They have manners. They're always very polite. You see the word polite here. Polite means that they're always saying thank you or please. They're very proper. That means that they use like proper language to appreciate others or to thank others or to ask for things. They're not usually like, oh, get me that. No, they're like, can I please have that? Or every time someone gives them something, they say thank you. Or if they want something, they're like, they say please. They tend to open the door for people. They think of others. So someone that is mannered basically means that they have manners. And when we think about polite and proper, those are two synonyms that they have. And then let me fix my R. Guys, I'm sorry. Let me fix that word proper. Right there. There you go. So again, proper. They use good words. They're always like, they sound very polite. Again, always saying please. They're always saying thank you. The other example that I just gave you was opening the door for people. They're always just like, they're always using nice and kind words in order to ask for something or in order to thank someone. Or they do some stuff for others. So for manner, we're going to draw a picture of a person smiling, saying please and or thank you, because that's what we think of when we think about someone that is mannered. So go ahead and pause, write these two words down, and then draw your picture. When you're ready, hit play. Okay, the other one that we have is hardworking. Alrighty, so someone that is hardworking, it's in that word. That means that they work hard. They're diligent. They make sure that they do their work the best that they can, and they don't stop until they're done. So for hardworking, we're just gonna draw a hammer because that reminds us of work. And again, someone that is hardworking means that they work hard. They're constantly working. They make sure that their work is done. Again, diligent means that they make sure that their work is not only done, but it's done properly. It's done as best as possible. They don't just quickly do it, scribble, scrabble, and then turn it in. No. Someone that is hardworking, they make sure that they take their time, they get their work done, and they focus on what they need to focus. Again, diligent is a synonym to hardworking. So take a moment to pause and write that down, draw your picture, and then we're going to move on to the next one. And the next one that we have is brave. So when you think about brave, you usually think about someone that is strong, that's courageous and daring. And again, this is a positive character trait. So if you think of someone that is brave, that means not that they're not afraid of things, but they're not afraid to step out of their comfort zone. So even though let's say that they might be afraid of heights, maybe they decide to go skydiving. So that means that they're brave. They're getting out of their comfort zone. Or maybe they're afraid of speaking in public. Someone that's afraid of speaking in public, maybe they're going to be brave by deciding to be like, you know what, I'm going to put my fear aside and I'm going to go ahead and speak in front of people and speak in public. So someone that is brave is constantly showing that they are overcoming their fears, that they're not letting their fears hold them back. Again, courageous and daring, those are synonyms to brave. So someone, again, courageous, that means that they're stepping out of their comfort zone. They're not letting their fears hold them back. And someone that is daring is not afraid to do things. They're willing to try new things no matter how difficult they might be or no matter how scary they might be. So for our brave synonym, we're going to draw a shield. Because when we think about brave, we usually think about fighters. And I don't mean fighters like they fight with other people. I mean fighters in the sense that like they fight against their own fears. So go ahead and draw a shield. That's supposed to be like a shield, a knight's shield. And hit pause and then hit play when you're ready to move on. And the next one that we have is understanding. Understanding is a very positive trait to have. Someone that's understanding means that they understand others. They're empathetic and compassionate. Those are the two synonyms that we have in here. So when we think about empathetic, that means that they think about other people's emotion. Someone that is empathetic means that they really understand people's emotions. They make sure that they don't hurt others. They make sure that they understand how people feel. When someone is feeling sad, someone that is empathetic would be considerate of those person's feelings, and they would not do anything to hurt them. Instead, they would make sure that they make them feel better. Someone that is compassionate, again, compassionate means that they think of others. They care about others. So again, understanding, empathetic, and compassionate means that they understand people's feelings. They not only do they understand, but they take it into consideration. They make sure that they're not hurting other people's feelings. They make sure that they're careful with what they say, and they know how to make other people feel better. So we're going to draw a heart for our picture for understanding, because that has to do a lot with understanding how to deal with people's emotions. Now, don't get confused. We're still looking at character traits, but someone that is understanding it understands other people's feelings and other people's emotions. And emotions and feelings are synonyms, so it's the same thing. All right, so go ahead and draw a heart, write down the words, hit pause, and then hit play when you're ready to move on to the next one. The next one that we have is loyal. So someone that is loyal is someone that is faithful, noble, devoted, and trustworthy. So what does that mean? When you think about loyal, you want to think about someone that doesn't betray you. So maybe you tell your friend a secret. Well, if they're loyal, they're going to keep that secret for you. Faithful means that, again, same thing. Like you can, they're not going to go on and switch sides all of a sudden. So if, for example, if they believe in something, they're going to stick to that belief all the way till the end. Noble, same thing. Like they're just gonna, they're gonna be there the whole way. Devoted is, I don't know if you heard before, but like when someone describes a person, oh, they're devoted to their job, that means that they're fully invested in their job. They believe in their job and they're not going to betray them. Trustworthy is someone that you can trust, someone that you can tell your secrets to, someone that you know they will always have your back. They will always be there for you. The picture that we're going to use for loyal is a picture of a dog. I don't know if you heard the saying about dogs are very loyal, which means that dogs will always stick by your side no matter what. So the best way to remember this word is thinking about that example. Again, this is a very positive trait to have. When you're very loyal, people trust you, not only personally, like from person to person, but also at your job and anything that you do. So loyal is actually a very positive trait to have. You want to be loyal so that people can trust you. So that people can count on you. So you wanna show that positive trait. So go ahead and take a moment to pause, write the words down, and then draw your picture. And the last one that we have is independent. Independent, someone that can do things on their own. Definitely something that we've been working on a lot in class. So when you think about independent, it means that you're self-sufficient and autonomous. So what does that mean? Self-sufficient means that you're able to handle things on your own. You're able to figure things out on your own. You're not afraid to try things by yourself and figure it out. So you're able to figure out when problems come up. You're self-sufficient enough to solve those problems by yourself. Same thing with autonomous. When you think about autonomous, and auto means self, actually auto is a prefix that we learned at the beginning of the year, if you recall. But autonomous, again, autonomous, auto means self. Here we have the word auto, so self again. So autonomous means that you have the idea, or you are independent enough. You're able to function independently. You don't depend on other people to help you out. So self-sufficient and autonomous have to do with independent. And I'm going to draw a picture of a person saying, I can do it. Just like that. Because when you think again about independent, you want to think about someone that can do things on their own. They're able to figure out problems on their own. Autonomous, they don't depend on other people. They're self-reliant. So go ahead and take a moment to draw your picture and pause. Or pause and then draw your picture and write your words, and then hit play when you're ready to move on. Alrighty, so the positive traits that we have learned so far are nice, mannered, hardworking, confident, brave, understanding, smart, loyal, and independent. And under those words we learned some synonyms. Synonyms means that they have similar meanings. So we've learned all these synonyms for all these different positive traits. So you're going to take a moment after this video, take a moment to study. Again, as you're reading, think about if you would use any of these positive traits to describe any of your character. These are character traits, so that's who you are. And again, traits are something that you have to show through actions or words, and it's something that you have to constantly be doing. Not just because you do it one time does that make you a mannered person. For example, if I say thank you one time and then I don't say thank you the other time, that doesn't mean I'm mannered or impolite. It just means that I'm not consistent. So that's not a trait that I would use to describe myself. But if you see someone that's always saying thank you, always saying please, always saying you're welcome, always using kind words, eating properly, sitting properly, then you can describe them as mannered. But traits are something that you have to portray constantly. Portray means that you have to show. You have to constantly show them in order for you to consider yourself any of these traits. Alright scholars, that is it for today's lesson. Again, I highly encourage you to go back and as you're reading your chapter books or epic books or any type of book, see if you can apply any of these character traits with any of the characters that you're reading about, and see if you can describe them. Don't forget that when you are using character traits, you always want to give a reason why. So you don't want to just describe someone as empathetic, but you also want to explain why they are empathetic. We're going to continue working on character traits for the rest of the week. Tomorrow we're going to focus on neutral character traits, so be ready for that, and I will see you on the next video.